Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Liz. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about tips and tricks of working remote as an introvert, kind of things that you can do to not make yourself super isolated. First of all, I just want to mention I am an introvert. If you keep me at home, I'll probably stay at home all day. Like there could be a party or friends or family members inviting me somewhere, and I'll always choose to stay home or be home other than like going out like other people. I'm super like an introvert. I rather stay to myself. So working from remote, obviously, you don't want to lock yourself into a cage. You want to make sure you're still kind of socializing and doing kind of things like that. That way you don't make yourself go crazy. So this is what this video is about. I'm going to tell you guys little tips and tricks you can do to not feel super isolated when you're working from home. So obviously working from remote or work from home, there's a lot of benefits to that, especially as an introvert. That means there's not a lot of socializing, there's not a lot of feeling uncomfortable, that anxiety of like having to go somewhere unknown if you're new or a new employee. There's just so much more comfortability because you're in your home or wherever you're going to be working. You just feel comfortable in the space that you're in. So obviously there are some pros to that, and one of the cons, like I said, is just feeling super isolated. So one tip you want to do is when you're on your lunch breaks or you're out of work, make sure you're either walking somewhere, walking to get a mail, get your packages, go walk your dog if you have a dog, go do something outside. I don't want you to like just eat lunch every day at your house while you're working from home, because you're just gonna feel super just bored and just feel super isolated. You're not having that like air of being outside. You just want to do things like that, even if it's like for 30 minutes. Just try to go for a walk, go somewhere, go get some lunch or dinner, whatever it is, and that should help you feel less isolated. And then obviously you want to be setting boundaries and recharging time. So when you're working, make sure you're not like super exhausting yourself. Like I know it's easy to say I'm gonna do all this overtime, we're working from home, but don't burn yourself out. Make sure you are getting your own time to be able to socialize with friends, go out somewhere, go out to eat, whoever your loved one is. That way you don't feel like you're in a cage that can't come out, because working from home can definitely bring you down. And then another thing that you can do virtual appointments with your colleagues. If you have any questions, you can kind of socialize with them through there. That way you don't feel like you're not getting that interaction with your colleagues. You're still being able to either do team meetings and stuff like that. That way you can still have that kind of aspect of working in an office and you don't feel super isolated. And then another thing that you can do is create a schedule that is going to help you maximize your time and just be able to see what kind of things you can do throughout the day. So let's say you want to work 8 hours, you can go ahead and take a lunch break, go out to eat, go out to, if you have like a whole hour, you can go out to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, wherever it is. Just go ahead and do something that is fun to you or relaxing. That way when you come back, you don't feel super burnt out and you just feel rejuvenated and just better about working from home. Like I said before, I am like an introvert, but obviously I'm pretty sure I don't work remote right now, but I feel like if I work remote, I would just feel super tired of just like either sitting down at a desk or just being like inside all the time. Even though I do enjoy doing things like that, doing that 24/7 is probably not for anybody. So like I mentioned before, make sure you are trying to do as much as activities as you can outside. Go out hiking, go out to Six Flags, wherever you enjoy and kind of things that you like doing. Go ahead and do that, because you want to separate your work from your home. Like I know it's going to be different at a remote job because obviously you're working from home. So make sure you're kind of separating those things. That way when you look at your home, you don't see your job and things like that. And another thing that a lot of people know, when you're working from home, try not to work in your own bed, because it's just going to make you super lazy and like just super tired all the time. So make sure you have a designated space that you can go to and pretend like that's your office, or if you do have an office, even greater. But just pretend like you're at an in-person office and just work from there all the time. Give yourself some sort of space that you can be like, oh, this is where I'm going to be working. That way you don't like feel the need to come to your bed and just work from there. You're just gonna feel like you're more depressed and just laying down all the time. So make sure you're working either sitting down at a desk. If you have a stand up desk, go ahead and do that as well. And obviously there's probably going to be some challenges when working from home, especially as an introvert too. You can feel the need of not being able to have those connections with your colleagues or coworkers, being able to ask them questions really fast. You have to kind of like just meet them virtually and stuff like that. So there could be some slight differences there. But obviously there are things that you can do to maximize your time, be able to still have those connections without having to physically see them. And then there's many websites and just YouTube videos that people can help you think of ways to not feel isolated when working from home. So there's a lot of resources that you can look. You can look on Reddit, kind of tips and tricks that people have, those that have worked from home. I hope this video was useful to you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what kind of things you can do to feel less isolated. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.